Lunchbox is brought to you by Tacocraft Taqueria.
Hold the mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim-flam sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. And we have a little bit of a change of scenery today, although it is a spot that we've been to many times, Lauderdale by the Sea, the intersection of A1A and Commercial Boulevard. But this time we're on the opposite side of the street at Tacocraft Taqueria.
That's it.
With our buddy Marc Falsetto, CEO, founder of Handcrafted Hospitality. Right. We got Lubie on the production board on the headset, sir. And we've got Jeff Defo DeForest, resplendent in the Tiger Woods Power Sunday Red. How are you, Defo?
Wow.
I'm good. I've been anxious to come to this location. I was overwhelmingly impressed when we went to downtown Broward there on Federal Highway. It was great, and that kale salad has been calling my name ever since Mark brought it out, which you wouldn't think you would get addicted to a salad.
When people say Tacocraft, not many think kale salad, Defo.
But it was so good.
You, we have the best salads.
It was so good. And, I'm always looking for great salad opportunities and places. And they've.
I'm not. Maybe I should be.
Well, I mean, you might, but I'm a big fan, and especially around lunchtime. And that was one of the sweetest tasting salads that I've had.
Oh, it's great. We're going to have one today, too.
Yeah, beautiful.
So I'm a little bit on the disabled list eating-wise today, and I had a little bit of dental work this morning. I got a new crown being put in. And believe it or not, when they do those crowns, they really got to, they basically drill the tooth down to the nub.
Yeah.
And not only is the noise bad, but you get that burning smell. It's just like, it's not a pleasant thing, but like a miracle, my face, I couldn't feel my face all morning. But thankfully, the Novocaine has worn off, and I am able to speak clearly with good diction.
You look good.
And
your facial expressions are moving a little bit.
Yeah,
it's not like I thought you were having a stroke for a second.
No, it's like a little bit
when
like
you were drooling the water
right?
when you first took a sip. That was a little awkward.
Yeah, no, I start dribbling. But no, I a little bit of soreness. I took 3 Advil, so hopefully I'll be in eating shape and I could maybe do
the good news is
eating.
The tequila is going to numb everything today.
Liquid lunch.
I'm surprised
baby.
they didn't give you something stronger, son of a dentist.
Oh no, I mean I don't ask for gas or anything because I just sometimes I deserve what I get. So I
well, we have a couple surprises today. So
good. I like a good surprise.
Yeah. So
and I'm now on Team Runway.
Part of the family. There you go.
We got the anti-runway shirt.
We got the Runway shirt, of course, part of the whole gang, and Anthony Bruno and Marzano and Marc Falsetto. They're running Runway 84. They're running these taco crafts. They do a great job with everything, and I'll put in the good word because last night a neighbor of mine had a girls' night out birthday party at Runway.
I was there. That they were having a good time.
And they had a good time. And it's always good when I got a text this morning from my neighbor who basically sent me a couple of pictures of the girls' night out. And Anthony Bruno was in one of them, surrounded by a bevy of beauties. And but my neighbor, Defo, said, you are a god at Runway. So,
wow. Okay.
Well, I didn't know what I did.
Who did you forget to tip this time? I mean, that poor guy checked out waiting for your 20. That maitre d'.
Well, one of the ladies actually asked to get on stage and sing.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I said that's one thing we don't let happen. But I put a kibosh to that very quickly.
Cut off the wine after that.
Yeah, after the 4th dirty martini.
But you could sing happy birthday, and it looked like a beautiful
we did have a
birthday.
Yeah, they did have a birthday. They had a good time.
Hey, speaking about checking out, rest in peace. We're very sad to hear the news this morning about Paul Castanovo's former partner, young Ron Brewer, apparently
terrible news.
Has passed. I don't know any of the details except for the fact that Paul shared it on the show's Twitter feed this morning. And Paul, I guess, is involved, obviously, with
one of our partners at Tacocraft, and our hearts go out to Paul and the whole iHeartRadio family there.
Longtime radio partner. You guys worked in that building for a while, right?
Yes.
We frequented the Casanova show from time to time. And, young Ron was there still, and we always talk about it in the right terms, which is this is the business we have chosen whenever something like that happens in radio, not just a passing, but the dismissal of young Ron was particularly unceremonious as a longtime partner, and they let him go from the job, decided to go in another direction, and literally as he was leaving the parking lot in his car, they had a guy with a can of Krylon down there on the station vehicle that had Paul and young Ron on it, and he just painted over young Ron, and that was it.
Well,
That's what they gave him after like 30 years or whatever it was.
Could have been worse.
Partnering
Could have been
up.
like that Panthers coach you were talking about who just got left on the side of the road. They kicked him off the bus. But
Gerard Gallant, yeah.
Speaking of former radio figures, and obviously you and Lubie spent a lot of time in radio. Walking down here to get to Tacocraft, I was reminded about our late friend Norm Kent, of course, was Neil Rogers' agent, and then Norm also dabbled in local radio and is kind of the reason why the Lunchboxes all gotten together. But one of Norm's favorite places that he'd like to go to was Diner by the Sea, which is
Diner by the Sea, great spot.
The next block.
Yeah.
I've never been in there. It looks like a very quaint place.
Yeah, cool little spot. When we were building this restaurant, we were going there all the time for breakfast and stuff.
Looks like a good basic breakfast joint. Get your eggs and
eggs, bacon, keep it simple, American traditional breakfast.
But Norm, I can't believe it's coming up, I think, on the 1-year anniversary of his passing. So
goes fast.
Again, this is why my tagline at the end is enjoy every sandwich, or as the case is today, enjoy every taco. What do we have in front of us, Marc Falsetto?
Well,
great.
listen, we
Smells
have a
great.
couple different things that because the last 3 episodes, we've pretty much tried most of the menu.
Yeah.
So here's some stuff that we haven't
time.
tried yet. So this is going to be, now we're going to go outside the box a little bit because the main event is not from Tacocraft tonight. Chef Robs is doing something special for you today. So we're going to start off. This is our Korean short rib.
Oh, nice.
This is going to be certified Angus beef, boneless short ribs, sliced paper thin. It's marinated for 24 hours. We're doing a little gochujang aioli.
Oh,
There's
I love
some
a good
pickled
gochujang.
veggies underneath, some coleslaw, and some green onion. So this is one of our probably, I think it's either tied for number 1 or number 2, our most popular taco.
Okay.
Sweet and heat.
And
Sweet
again,
and spicy glaze on the Korean. Not your typical tacos here at Tacocraft. This is the taco of the month.
Okay.
This is the Philly cheesesteak taco. We are doing some our guys over at Allen Brothers gave us some prime ribeyes.
Oh, nice.
They shaved it for us, so we decided to do some taco with it with some caramelized onions. Actually, some fried onions on top.
You got the crispy ones on
crispy
top.
and marinade caramelized. So that's a Philly cheesesteak taco. And because we do have some other things coming today, this is our Impossible Gringo taco, which is it's vegan, but it's actually my favorite.
Really?
And I'm a maniac meat eater.
Okay. Yeah. No, I mean,
and we're going to go into some meat later. So this is vegan. This is a true vegan taco, which a lot of people don't know. We have about 6 or 7 vegan items, vegan cheeses, vegan cremas. We treat the Impossible meat like meat. So we braise it, cook it down for hours on time with all the Mexican spices. That's going to have a vegan crema, vegan cheese, and kind of like your typical Taco Bell Gringo taco, but made vegan.
Yeah.
Great idea.
And this is our vegetarian taco, which is a mushroom confit that he does the mushroom, confits the mushroom. It's going to have roasted corn, and that's going to be a homemade truffle crema with cotija cheese. So this is vegetarian, not vegan. This is vegan.
So
and these are your meat.
Are there any black beans on there? Or what
No black beans. That's exotic mushrooms.
Oh.
Creminis, shiitakes. He does a full exotic blend, which you normally wouldn't see at a taco restaurant.
Now, notice how you strategically place all the meat stuff near me and all the vegan, vegetarian stuff near Defo. But I am intrigued. Can you?
I think we should go in here before it gets cold.
I don't mind your pause on it.
Yeah, let's go.
Defo, can you just
you should
throw
try
one of those
it.
Impossible ones? Now,
They made great advances with the Impossible.
Wait till you taste it.
Back when I was a food writer at the Sun Sentinel, I did a whole series on. One week I went vegan. Actually, I went vegetarian for 2 weeks. I ended up gaining 5 pounds because when you go vegetarian vegan, it's easy to fill up on a lot of the starches.
You know what? It's a lot of starches, a lot of carbs, and actually, it's not as
And depending on what kind, like if you eat just a pure vegetable diet, that's fine. But some of these meats, the substitute meats, look, the flavor they've really made.
Let's
big
go check it out.
advancements.
Let's check it out.
They have made big advancements. My problem is when you read the ingredient label, it's you see these things that you don't even know what they are, and it's kind of the best fake meat that a laboratory can produce. But it's delicious.
Well, all right. Well,
Fantastic. Wow.
Isn't that fantastic?
Absolutely great.
So, corporate chef Robbins does everything right.
Oh, yeah.
And he says, I said, what are you doing with the Impossible? And he goes, I'm braising it. I'm cooking it down with tomatoes, San Marzano tomatoes, the chow tomatoes we use at Runway. And he's cooking it down for 4 hours. I said, Robin, it already comes cooked. What do you think?
What do you think that texture, Defo?
Interesting.
I think it's fantastic. You know what? The Mustang's big with these Impossible burgers that she's been buying. And I was very, very surprised at how tasty they were and how close they were, approximating the satisfaction that you would get from chowing down on a real beef burger. So
and
this
the
is right there.
Impossible meat absorbs the flavors. So
Yeah.
when you can tell that he does all the braising, the sautéing with all the different flavors, it picks it up. I don't want to fill up on that.
No, we have a lot of surprises for you today.
I'm going to go in. I want to try the short rib one.
Let's do it. Yeah,
And
go for it. I'll pass
Lubie,
one
did
down.
you want to
Lubie
try?
needs a plate, man. Desperately.
Oh, yeah, we got
Yeah, we're gonna get a plate here too.
I'll get plates. Don't worry about
Chef,
that.
can we get a
They
plate
only
live
wanna
on air?
bring
We
out
need some
three. I'm
plates. They need
I'm like,
plates for
well,
this guy right
I'm like,
there.
they're leaving
very,
me out.
very good.
The
Yeah,
seasoning on this is
you,
just
you
absolutely
can't
great.
see
though.
Luby's
Yeah.
face right now, but it is very hangdog and
Yeah.
for a long, like
Yes.
saying, "Oh, there goes all my food," because we've got.
It's only 3. It's fine. I don't mind.
No, we'll
We
cut
should
some
eat
of
the
them in
show,
half.
but I would
Yeah,
love
we'll
to
bring a
try
couple
the
steak
stuff.
knives.
Here, I gotta.
I'd love to try this stuff.
I
It
gotta
looks
try this
friggin' great.
Korean
Oh, here,
short
let's
rib
try a
one
Korean short rib here.
in the proper
Oh,
manner.
wow.
You want to wait a little bit?
Yeah. Let me
Okay,
let
let's
me
go.
get this thing going here. That was fantastic. man.
I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna
one
go
too
into
over
the
here.
Korean
Why
short
not?
rib.
Sweet
I love
and
the
spicy.
gochujang sauce and some of the slaw underneath. Oh yeah, that's me.
I'm grabbing this one.
That really nice thin
I'm going for it.
short rib. I guess sometimes they call it like bulgogi meat or whatever. The
Similar,
bulgogi
yeah.
bone.
Similar, yeah.
Mhm,
Marinated, flat top.
mhm.
And
That's
you're gonna
really
see
good.
the vinegar, a little vinegar, sweet, salty, spicy vinegar from the pickled veggies.
So I think we've talked about this last time, but I'm curious. I know you're CEO, founder. When you guys are very creative with the tacos, you're very creative with the dishes. Who chef I know is very
Yeah, corporate
talented.
chef Robbins puts it all together.
So he comes up with all of it.
Yeah, so it'll be based on our influences, travel. So this summer I did hit the normal circuit: Chicago, New York, Las Vegas, go all around to the big hitters. Come back with a lot of ideas and
That
say, Chef,
R&D, it really is a bitch, isn't it?
yeah, R&D is a little tough. Get all my restaurants lined up next month in Chi-Town, but yeah, and he makes it happen.
Do you guys test stuff? Do you do you do special before you throw stuff out there?
For a taco before it hits the menu, first of all, it goes on. Try different creative version of different things, and then we run it on special. Every month we have a taco of the month. Then we narrow it down to what was the best sellers, right?
Okay.
So all these tacos, like the Korean short rib, the crispy chicken here at Mike's Hot Honey, which is a fried chicken taco, they were all specials at one point or another. The smash burger was our number one selling taco.
Yeah, that smash burger one. That
was cool. Yeah,
replicated
That was
a
great.
certain big item at a. Well, I'll just say
It was a Big Mac, but it was
Big Mac.
it was
had
like
that
a better
great
Big
special
Mac,
sauce
honestly.
in it.
Thank you. You could
I
take,
love
you could
that.
take this one. So
I wanted to get my daughter in here to try that because she likes some of those smash burger type things.
Sure.
We'll get her in here one of these days. This thing, I love just eating it kind of open face, and you can use a fork and knife because
yeah, there's literally 2-3 ounces of meat in there. It's great.
if you want to, I'm now going to be watching my carbs. I'm in one of those modes.
Well, I think is he down to the counttent? 60 days now.
Oh,
He's got 30 days now.
No,
You are cutting it close.
That's off. This is a whole nother
Are
affair.
we moving the goalpost now?
He lost the bet, but he's got,
Okay, so
That's not over
he's got
yet,
another
but-
mission
okay.
now. He's got another
No,
mission.
no,
to
I
become.
am on. I need to, just moderate my ways, and going to be watching carbs. And this, just by itself,
Yeah.
it's just so good. I would order this as a main course, if offered. But
Very popular. Yeah,
but
very
obviously
popular.
tacos.
No,
is the
I'll
name
do
of
a
the
whole
game.
bowl of the. Ask him to do the short ribs for me.
How many varieties do you have altogether?
I think tacos. We have about 14 different styles of tacos,
Awesome.
and
Yeah.
then plus 3 of the gourmets. So about 16, 17 at all times.
Fantastic. No, the
Served
flavor in this
individually.
is amazing.
A lot of people, you can buy them individually. You can do the platter, which is you pick any 3. Comes with rice and beans for $20. So you
Oh
can-
yeah, wow.
and that doesn't exclude the high end ones, the steak and the short ribs, and everything's included. Yep.
Nice.
So
Good
this
deal.
here, this is the test. See the crunch there.
So what do we got? This is just a
this is-
cheese. Oh,
No, this is actually our quesadilla. I'm not sure what he did on the inside today, but we use charred poblanos. We'll do a black bean, caramelized
I'm
onions,
going in.
Waxcata cheese, manchego cheese. He does a whole cheese blend, and that's our artisanal quesadilla.
And again, what do we have? This is the array.
Well, we
of-
brought your favorite. We brought the sweet mango salsa. We have some pico, sweet mango salsa. We're going to do our roasted tomato sauce on our salsa verde.
All right,
The
so-
mango sauce was fantastic because, and I know my Mayo's not wasn't always a big fan of mango / sweets with
Savory. Yeah.
Savory, yeah.
stuff, but it just the mango again. You guys take more in South Florida, so fresh mango. It adds like a freshness and a lightness to the salsa that at first glance sounds interesting and is really good. And it works really well with your chips. And my wife literally was like, please bring a tub. I'm like, I don't think they sell it by the tub, but I definitely will try and bring some home because she adored that salsa.
Now, this quesadilla, I know, like, is it handheld? Is it finger food? Is it fork and knife? It resembles a slice of pizza.
For a second, but our quesadillas really don't have too much flop, chard. I usually have 1 or 2 bites, and then I go with a fork and knife. But that's not your typical quesadilla you're going to get around town here. This is a gourmet quesadilla.
No, but it resembles to me like a pizza slice.
Yeah,
so as a native New Yorker,
You want to fold it.
Kind of just.
Did you want to try a little quesadilla today?
Yes, I'm a big quesadilla fan.
Go. Here we go.
Fantastic.
And this is going to have, it looks like our braised chicken inside. Is that the braised chicken inside that one?
Wow.
That's really good.
By the way, the best house margarita I think I've had at any restaurant right here. I'm not saying that because we're here and Mark's sitting next to me, but always nice when the thing just is right on the money. And, sometimes you get the look when you order the house margarita and they give you that look like you were at the doctor's office.
Yeah,
and you're getting
sure.
Mike's blood reading.
The secret is to the good margarita is the fresh lime juice. And actually, it's a true story. We couldn't keep up, and our friends down the street at Kennesaw.
Okay.
We do fresh Kennesaw lime juice, local.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no, that's fantastic.
Have you ever tallied up, like, how many margaritas, house or any variety, have you sold in your biggest week? And was it, I guess, during a spring break week?
So last week, believe it or not, was our busiest day in history at this location.
Busiest day.
Wow.
Busiest
I mean,
week.
it's not that
Busiest week.
shockingly. This is like a
busiest
spring
week,
break
spring break.
freaking central right
Yeah,
down here.
So we
everybody
averaged
was-
between 500 and 1,000 people a day here
Wow.
for 7 consecutive days last week.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah, busy week, crazy week. And I think on Taco Tuesday, we have the discounted margaritas. I think it's $6 or $8. Don't quote me. This location did almost 1,000 margaritas in one day for the for Taco Tuesday last week.
That's sweet. Yeah.
That is some good.
A lot of flavors going on here. We got a lot of exciting stuff.
No,
This-
Chef Robbins.
This
is the man.
Philly cheesesteak, our friends at Allen Brothers, very tasty.
How did I miss that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring in the auxiliary plate
Yeah.
because this is the new me. I'm not gonna.
No, it's one
Finish
bite.
anything.
It's
One
like
bite.
tapas. One bite next. One
It's
bite
like
next.
our pizza loving friend.
So we got the
one bite. Everybody.
this is
knows
going to
the
be
rules.
our Philly cheesesteak taco with the crispy onions,
All right.
caramelized onions.
I'm gonna take
Go
one of
for
these.
that one. Yeah,
and I'm
for
gonna
that one.
squeeze a little lemon on top, and I'm gonna take one. You can leave it. You can leave
Yeah,
it.
this is an interesting flavor. There's a little bit of cheese sauce.
Again, I like anything with the crispy onions.
Grab this.
So Defo, you kind
That's
of
all good. Thank you.
Quesadilla is fantastic.
That tastes right. Is that nice?
I mean, one of the best you could possibly
Thank
find
you.
anywhere.
Now that we're doing the
Absolutely
braised chicken, we do the I think it's about a
Maybe one half.
4-hour braise with adobo.
good.
It's marinated for 24 hours.
So with this cheesesteak, would it be appropriate to put a little dollop of the
I'd
tomato
probably say
sauce?
no. I think I just tried it. I really want to taste the meat. You see the meat kind of come through. Allen Brothers got some rib eyes. They shaved them up.
Oh, wow. I mean,
Very nice. The meat is a star.
Yeah, different,
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
So, okay, again, you're involved in all these different restaurants. And I find that when you walked in, they all know you.
Yeah,
So
I'm
how do you
hands-on.
get around to all these places? And it seems like you're consistently moving, keeping your hands on it, but it feels like you're not like hovering. So how do you?
So they work best when I'm not hovering. That's what I figured out over the years. So my management style has changed over the years. So I learned how not to micromanage and trust the team. And if you had a great team around, you can achieve great results. So I'm in the stores every single day. I pick a different store every day or 2-3 stores today. So today I'm here, then I'm going to Pizza Craft, and then after Pizza Craft, after lunch today, Pizza Craft, then today I'll be at Runway.
Okay.
Tomorrow night I'll be at Runway. Tomorrow lunch I'm at Victoria Park. The weekend I'm going to be in Plantation. So I just bounce around.
Sounds like my typical day. 3
Yeah.
restaurants a day.
Yeah, three restaurants a day. Yeah.
Only you own them.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's eating at all of them either.
You're our favorite.
Yeah, they love you.
Yeah. When you see Prototype, they got his face next. So
Your
this is
mail.
our Prototype customer.
So I'm going to say, even though the pure cheesesteak taco is very nice,
Yeah, that Korean.
I think a little drop of
It
the
doesn't
tomato
hurt. It
salsa
doesn't hurt.
does not hurt at all.
Yep.
Again, I'm a steak pizzaiola guy, and
Yeah,
this is kind
listen,
of like
well,
the Mexican
We're
version
in
of
for a real
steak.
treat today. So this area right now, not to shift gears really quick. I know we've been doing the Victoria Park location. Then we're going to do plantation location next.
Well, I was going to ask you about Coral Springs. My wife.
Coral
keeps bringing
Springs, we're
up
looking
Coral
like by mid to end June.
Okay.
Right now, you know,
I'm going to
construction
bring my
always.
81 cents to plantation for the entertainment.
Oh, that's
fee.
right. Yeah, no, God, that's a touchy situation. Has nothing to do with us. We have no
No,
control over
it's
it.
a developer imposed
Yeah.
fee.
But let me tell you
well,
something. Let me tell you something.
We'll save that for that.
They
one.
have music now every single week.
Yeah,
They're
it's-
doing closures. They're bringing world-class
Oh,
talent.
so they're actually
So-
applying the fee
they've,
towards
so
what
they've
it's-
taken all the fees
Yep.
and all the entertainment in the fund, and now they're doing 3-4 shows a month.
It's actually a really cool shopping
And-
center. Like, I'm not going to lie. I went there with my in-laws.
Okay. Oh,
it's
it's
a
great.
lot
It's
of
filling
fun.
in.
Families
You were one of
come,
the
people
first
go
to
out
open.
there.
And while we're here, just to let you know,
Yeah.
we've moved our block party that's usually every year at Victoria Park. We're moving it to Plantation. We're closing down the entire
Oh, wow.
Plantation Walk.
When is that?
That is going to be Sunday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. It's going to be on
That's
a
logical.
Sunday. It's on a Sunday. It's going to be an all-day party starting at
Nice.
noon to 11. We have 3-4 different bands,
Am I invited?
3 different DJs. I think we might have
I
to
was
do a
going to
live
say,
broadcast.
we should do a broadcast.
I think we
honestly was
should.
going
I
to
think
say
we
we should do a
should.
broadcast.
It's on a
It's
Saturday.
on a
It's
Sunday,
Sunday.
Cinco de
Oh,
Mayo.
it's
I'm
the
do we
day
thinking-
after
care?
the Derby too.
There you go.
We hopefully will be a wash.
Listen, I
and
know we're not
riches.
signing anything, but this sounds like
No,
a plan.
no.
This sounds like a
Come on, we're
plan. I like
family.
it.
All right.
You know.
Yeah, we are.
All
You
right,
want
I'm
us,
in.
we're
I'm in
there.
if you're in.
That's my favorite holiday because they're celebrating Cinco de Mayo.
We're gonna have. I got
Man.
mariachis, bands. I got DJs. We're gonna have food tents, churro stands,
Wow.
different types of street corn stands, 4 outdoor bars. You know, we're expecting it to be a big one. It's gonna be a big one,
That's-
and nothing like that in West Broward.
And I tell you, every once in a while, you get the luck of the Irish because this year St. Patty's Day was on a Sunday, which is a good day to encourage people to come out and spend the whole day. And same thing, Cinco de
Yeah.
Mayo on a Sunday
Oh yeah,
is a beautiful thing. And boy, people love Mexican food. I mean, Italian food. You guys are pretty shrewd. Just you're in the Italian game and the Mexican cuisine game.
pizza,
people love
Mexican,
that.
Italian,
People love that.
sushi
I mean,
craft. No.
I love the sushi. but-
Joking, not joking. So no.
No, I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, now that you're talking about new concepts, anything that you can announce? I know you kind of mentioned something on the last show that you're getting. You have some big plans in the work. Are they gestating? Are they almost ready to be announced? Or?
Very, very close, and it's
Okay.
going to be very carnivorous and
Okay.
very New York.
Okay.
And I have a little surprise for you today too to talk about.
Okay.
Kick
Oh,
that
I like.
off. Oh, yeah.
I like the sound of.
Well, while we're
carnivorous.
talking about New York and meat, how's your trip to New York, Mike? I don't know if you probably
Oh,
already
yeah,
talked
you
about
haven't
this
talked
week.
to him
Did you
about
talk
it
about
yet.
this week?
Yeah.
I haven't talked about it lately. I did want to bring it up because as I mentioned, I went to Le Bernardine, which is one of the top ranked restaurants. It's a
Chef Report.
3 Michelin stars. Chef Eric
Report.
Ripert
Yep.
is used to be friendly with Anthony Bourdain, was on his show all the
Yes,
time. French-born chef, and he took over Le Bernardine relatively early on. It was originally founded by a brother-sister combination, the Lacozes, and unfortunately, the brother passed at a young age, and Eric came in. Anyway, it's been at a top-level restaurant, Midtown Manhattan. I went there, had a fantastic 8-course tasting menu
Wow,
with
unbelievable.
wine for lunch. Thank you, Val, again. I'm forever indebted for that. Beautiful
I have do
lunch.
one little tip about the
Yeah.
Bernardine. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if you know. So I was reading one of my restaurant books and listened to it. They talk about consistency.
Yeah.
And that restaurant actually has a room. I don't know if it's in the back or the basement where the fish comes in.
Mhm.
And it's we have one guy on the team that cuts the fish,
Mhm.
receives the fish, cuts the fish, and he's in this 10 by room, 50 by 50 room, stainless steel all the way around. He checks every single fish, cuts every single fish, and he's been there for I think 15 or 20 years. He's the
Yeah,
only
and that kind of consistency you can see on
cuts
every
the fish.
plate.
Yeah.
The amount of labor and care and prep that goes into, and whoever's doing their sauces, their sauciers, are unbelievable because they did this kind of like a horseradish sauce that went with this salmon dish that was topped with caviar.
Oh, beautiful.
They had it's just like a poached lobster that was in like a lobster
3 Michelin
broth.
stars, correct?
3 Michelin stars, and
Wow.
the New York Times, their critic, longtime critic Pete Wells, who I've never met but I respect, he put together
He's hard.
his list of top 100 restaurants in New York.
Yeah.
And it was a really eclectic list that included places
Different price points too. His list.
all
Oh, yeah.
5 boroughs, all price points, all ethnicities. But number 3 was Le Bernardine.
Yeah,
He
it's-
just says
wow,
this
no,
place
yeah.
has stood the test of time.
Yeah.
Holy crap! What is
All
coming
right,
out
so
there?
Chef
look at
Robbins. All right, I don't know if you guys can see
That's
this
it,
right
Mayo.
I
here.
think I have an idea of the kind of place they're opening.
Now,
So you could.
Well,
let me-
this you can
Look at
find on the
that.
Yeah, let
menu at
me-
Runway 84 because when you did the reboot, you said, I want
I'll
to bring
bring
in
you-
a top-notch
Go
steak
back.
program. Is this related
This is
to
it.
that?
This is it.
This
So-
is it.
So this is actually since you're wearing the Runway shirt, you just came back from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Chef said, you know what? They've tried the whole menu. I got some dry aged 42-ounce porterhouses.
Oh my God, are you kidding
These
me?
are Chicago stockyard
Wow.
beef cut from the same fabricator that does the Peter Lugers. This is we don't have big broilers here, but Chef cooked it here at Tacocraft for us.
He's very talented.
Yeah,
And
this will be charred medium rare.
Looks great.
Dry aged. It's going to be 70-day age. It's 30 wet, 40 dry.
okay. Wet
USD
and dry.
Wet and dry, and it's USDA pure prime.
So here's what I'm going to do. This, of course, is the strip sirloin side.
Yeah.
This is the tenderloin side.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go in and get
Ooh,
that.
look at the
rare
juices are
piece.
literally
Oh,
The
man.
spilling
filet.
out
Oh,
of
that
it.
Oh,
I can
that's
smell
the
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 funk.
juices are literally
actually, I
spilling
messed
out.
up. I want the one that
Yeah,
has
one end.
not
Yeah,
the,
one end.
not the end. And then I'm going to take that little nub of the sirloin
Oh, there
right
we go.
there. And then I'm going to tell my
there it is.
cardiologist that my
Blame Mark.
Everybody blames me.
my cholesterol
and some
numbers.
green and some greens
Oh, look
here.
at
to
that.
go.
There
Look
you
at
go.
this
See,
thing.
There's
people
what we
say
need. We
that.
need a
to
little
go
bit of
with
that.
the steak.
People
Look
say
at
this
that fries.
from
Look
ourselves
at
against
that
the kale
tower
salad.
of kale. That tower of kale
It's
is
like a Christmas tree.
It does
Doesn't
look
that
like
look
a truck.
fabulous? I mean, it really was great.
yeah. It's I'm going to pass that over to Defo in a minute. I'm just going to you could just leave
And
it.
these
It's
are like
all
a
right.
South Florida staple, a nice yuca fry.
I'm going to go around to the side here.
A couple
put
spoons.
a little of that. That's good. And
Steak's
then
fantastic.
we'll hand that over to Defo. I know he is just
He's
Yeah.
a big
We're gonna break it just like the
salad
Christmas
fan and
tree.
kale salad.
It's
I
all
love that
good.
thing.
This might be a good time to take our first break.
Yeah, why not?
Perfect time.
And then we'll come back with some hot topics, restaurant hot topics for Marc Falsetto. We always like to get the views of restaurateurs about various
Let's
issues
do it.
that have been burning up the internet on the Let's Eat South
Controversial.
Florida.
Boy,
Yeah,
Mark's very
Controversial.
honest to which is cool. I like. I
Uh,
appreciate
Yeah.
it.
I'm
But-
not going to sugarcoat it.
that's it. It's
Sure.
all good. Hey, and before we do that, let's just put in a good word about our friends at the Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. They are going to be, it's not just a 1 week event in January anymore. They're doing things year round. And the next event upcoming is a cocktail class at Primo Liquors in Weston
that's
on
great.
Weston Road. We love the guys at Primo, Sam and Kaushal. Well, the Weston Road location on April 13th at 12 noon, they're going to be hosting a Elevating Your Brunch Cocktail Game class that's also going to include a little bit of drinking, but also learning how to make things beyond the usual mimosas and Bloody
Yeah.
Marys. You're going to be learning how to make things like a Kir Royale, along with some other stuff, including a espresso martini. The price is $65 per person, 21 plus only. It's going to be a really fun time. Go online to vofoodwine.com. Again, vofoodwine.com.
Great
to get
event.
your tickets
No,
for
it's
that
blast.
event.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Tomorrow.
You'll meet new
Great guy.
people. You get to taste a little bit of what you create, and then you will be armed with all kinds of new recipes to impress your friends and loved ones the next time you host a Sunday brunch. Again, vofoodwine.com. And you have brunches
I was gonna-
here, of course.
Oh
on
yeah, all
Sunday
sorts. Yeah,
weekend.
of course. Yeah. Sunday brunch, Taco Tuesday, big happy hours.
Yeah. Do you do Saturday brunch or is
It's
it
all
some-
weekend, Saturday
all
and
weekend?
Sunday.
Because that's what people want now.
Bombless sangrias,
Yeah.
mimosas, and spritzes now.
Ooh,
Yeah, Aperol
nice.
spritzes.
Gotta like
Oh,
Aperol
nice.
spritzes. Sounds light
Oh,
and
thank you.
lovely.
All
All right,
right.
we'll be back with more with Marc Falsetto here
All
at
right, let's do it.
Tacocraft Lauderdale by the Sea after these words.
And yes,
All right, thank
babe,
you.
I have the mango salsa. She's like on the chat line asking for the mango
We are
salsa.
going to bring a quart home for you, the mango salsa. All right.
Steaks.
For Gilberts, 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilberts. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value for tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. For an exquisite sushi experience, Kaizen Sushi Bar and Grill in Fort Lauderdale is the place to go. 5640 North Federal Highway, just north of Commercial Boulevard. Chef owner Hui Lam, he's a sushi savant, slicing and serving pristine fish and seafood flown in directly from Japan and around the world. Nigiri, sashimi, special rolls, and omakase dinners. He's ruined me from going anywhere else. It's that good. Open 7 days for dinner and also for lunch. Even if you're not a sushi fan, they have great cooked options, including steaks, chops, rice and noodles, and other Japanese dishes. It's fantastic. For reservations and information, go to kaizenflorida.com. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Tacocraft Taqueria and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk, and soon in Coral Springs. Tacocraft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you.
Oh, well, another day, another feast. We're back at Tacocraft.
I mean,
We're
when you use
back.
terms like main event, you know, you're in for something.
This is outstanding. I mean, what do you think, Defo? I know you're not the biggest red meat eater, but when you do eat red meat,
I am
it's
a
high
big fan.
quality.
I love great steaks. I always have been. I don't eat a lot of it anymore, but when I do, I really enjoy it. If it's top quality.
Thank you.
This is as good a steak as you can get.
It's a
anywhere.
knockout,
Yeah,
and
it really is. Yeah.
it already knocked out, I think, the temporary crown. I didn't think I was going to be able to eat today. Not only am I eating, I'm like devouring the steak, and I'm supposed to keep it on this side of the mouth. And I think even though the tenderloin side is so tender it just melts, and of course the sirloin has a little bit of that chew, which you want. It's got that great old, the dry age has that little, we call it a funk, but it's not a bad thing because it's like the best in cheeses and things that age. It just has that. I mean, if you're into good, high quality beef, and you explained to me that Chef Robbins, we do
a beef tallow. We brush with a little bit of a beef tallow when they come out of the broiler at Runway.
So just if you need
that's the steak from Runway. He just knew you were coming here tonight. So I was like, I haven't seen Mike in a month. I'm bringing him the steak.
Like my neighbor.
I think he's upset that you haven't been to Runway in a while. So.
Well, it's on the books. It's going to be coming back. My daughter is graduating high school soon, and then it is one of her favorite places. So I have a feeling for graduation day or Mother's Day, we might be heading into Runway 84. And I do love, we were in there last Mother's Day with
that's right.
my
We
daughter
were there.
and her mom. And what I was impressed with is because you were open all day, it wasn't crazy crowd. It was like very nice and staggered.
Saturdays are busiest day of the week, but we open up a little earlier. So some of these holidays and Saturdays you're open earlier, and it's more spread out. It's not just bang at one shot. So
I remember, I think we got in at 5 o'clock and it was beautiful. Perfect. I mean, it was just like beautiful pacing, great food. I love, me. I love classic, old school Italian American joints, and that's what Runway 84 is. And you guys are just killing it there every night. I mean, it's
oh boy, yeah, very busy. Yeah, very busy. I think last night we had about almost 400 covers on a Wednesday night, and tonight and next 3 days 500 each night.
This is not even a weekend. I mean, well, tomorrow,
It'll be a
Friday,
weekend.
Saturday,
Yeah, no,
obviously,
it's
but
been crazy. It's
but
been
the
very
way
busy.
you do it on the Wednesdays and Thursdays, I mean, every time I drop in there and
You know, well,
try to have a drink at the
a lot
bar.
of people say, "Oh, I got one coming on a Friday, Saturday night." Listen, every night's the same. There, we got the big show every night, 8:00. So, if you have the same experience on a Tuesday than you do on a Wednesday, Friday or Saturday. So,
the entertainer, it's Mitch, is it, or what's his
Mitch
name?
Franco's there
Yep.
3-4 days a week.
Yep.
We bring in a couple guys from Des Durant from The Voice. We also fly some guys in from New York and Nashville, Chicago, California.
Sweet.
Yeah, we have a rotating list of good musicians.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right, it's time now to get into some of the hot topics of the week that have been on the Let's See
What's
South
pissing
Florida.
off South Florida?
Well, the group pisses me off, and that the feeling is mutual. Some people they quit the group. I love the people who feel the need to announce that.
The new
I'm
one is
done with this stupid.
The other one says, I saw the other day, I feel targeted for posting a review. You want to criticize, but can't take criticism. That's
Right.
the new one.
Oh, and that we'll get into later. That's the
That's my
our friends at the
favorite.
Catherine.
The victim mentality.
Oh my God!
boy.
Look, and I told him, I put it on there. I said, "Look, I was a professional critic, but you got to have thick skin, even as a critic, because if you're going to be dishing it out, you better be prepared to
Yep.
take it. You know,
Yep.
because you're messing with people's livelihood. Not messing with you're
No, it's
you're
livelihoods.
commenting on people's livelihoods, so you should expect to get some commentary back, especially if the comments are not fair.
No.
As a professional, professionals are trying to be fair. We always talk to the owners and talk to the
Sure.
chefs before we publish. People on the Facebook
A lot
group,
of
not
choices,
always.
a lot of different options for everybody. Not everything's for everyone, and that's the model.
All right, so I sent you a little video clip this morning on one of my favorite shows, The Sopranos. But
Hence why I wore the tracksuit.
Oh, I was gonna say,
That's why I wore the tracksuit.
I was like, it's like
and the horn.
but I noticed that you do
Soprano, I'm
have a capless head, even though places like this, obviously, you're on the beach. You don't mind if somebody's wearing sandals.
Oh, this is this is casual.
and even a tank top,
Sure.
swim trunks, or a baseball cap.
Yeah, this is a casual
Right.
Mexican restaurant on the beach.
However, Runway 84, so I didn't know if you have a dress code there. And earlier this week, somebody was commenting they went out to an Easter dinner at one of our favorite places, Tropical Acres, and they were a little bit dismayed because there was a sea of baseball caps in the main dining room,
Sure.
not the bar area.
Sure.
How do you feel? And again, I think it's a generational thing, but how do you feel about baseball caps in a kind of not formal white linen, but in a kind of proper dining room at dinner time, especially on a holiday?
Well, a couple different things. So to answer that question is, I'm a firm believer, and the way I was raised and always around restaurants and good restaurants and stuff, and I'm a gentleman, I think no baseball caps. A male should take off his hat in a restaurant, in a dining room.
Yes.
You're on the beach, you're on, Fort Lauderdale Beach, you're casual, flip-flops, that's fine. But in a restaurant, a real restaurant, and, it's especially a holiday, I would recommend not wearing a hat.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you saw somebody, would you do
Like,
the
how do you
Tony?
handle it?
How do you handle it? I mean, do
a
you have a no cap policy at Runway?
Runway.
So
you'll allow-
so we have a couple different things. So we have a Tacocraft. We have
Right.
no dress code.
Yeah,
Obviously,
it's
it's casual.
fine.
We have a speakeasy, the Apothecary, inside Pizza Craft, which we have a dress code,
Okay.
and we have certain rules, house rules, which is also no.
But it's like a club, not lounge, like
no Jager bombs and no
Oh,
Tito's,
really?
so whatever it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So we
wow,
have
okay.
a strict.
Is gambling allowed?
Yeah. and then,
That's what
and then
Defoe
at
wants.
Anthony's Runway 84, that's a 1960 style supper club. We have
Right.
a very, very strict dress code.
Right.
Yeah, very strict.
I always wear my shoes in there. I don't come in
Sure.
sneakers. Is sneakers allowed? I've never even
Yeah,
attempted it.
you can wear sneakers as long as you
now
have
they're
nice
hot.
pants.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about
Okay.
Mayo in a tank top? though?
No, that's one thing we just
Put a
don't bend
jacket
on.
on 'em?
Yeah, that's one thing we don't bend on. Just it's part of the experience, right? So there's different concepts for different people, and Runway 84 when we were developing it, and for the relaunch, we wanted to have that Coca Cabana supper club vibe.
yeah.
And what Fort Lauderdale was a place, a big night, and people, 99.9% of people, I'm there every night. Thank me, come in. I'm so
it
happy
has
I
an
get
aura.
to dress up. I'm so happy I get to put on a jacket. My husband actually dresses up. He's not wearing his Tommy Bahama shirt. And we get that a
That's
lot.
the thing when you go into a place and everybody is putting on their
Expectations,
Sunday
yeah.
best. I tell people, like, Yeah, I wouldn't just go there in in jeans and sneak. You got to put
Sure,
on a nice
yeah.
shirt. Put
Listen,
on
you
a
don't
nice
have to
pair
wear
of
a suit
slacks.
every night, but
Nah,
listen,
not talking jacket and tie.
if you wear a t-shirt
It's
and
nice
shorts
dinner.
and you walk in, it's kind of like, the whole crowd, like the music stops and everybody looks. Yeah, so we have no sandals, no tank tops, no sports athletic wear, no hats, and you had to have a collared shirt.
Right,
to sign
and
the weather.
and now I don't know if anybody would ever take the Tony Soprano approach, where he just goes up to the guy and says, "Take off your hat." I
well, we
sent
have
you
it.
that
We have it.
clip.
Yeah, so the clip is very accurate, but we have
I
a.
love it. They're not
We have
selling
like
hot
a-
dogs here, and they took the bleachers out 3 years ago. That's
So
what
we
he
have
said.
a two-pronged approach. So
Yes.
the first prong is the manager on duty will
Ask
let
them
the gentleman.
kindly. Yeah.
First of all, listen. Some people don't care. The valet lets them know, sir. Before you valet, you're
Okay.
still going to have to pay for valet.
Okay.
I would not walk in there with shorts.
I
And
was
some
gonna
guys
ask you.
say, "I know Mark," or "I this," and the best one is, "Then I'll just go have dinner on my yacht." Then you know what? Go have dinner on your yacht because we don't care.
Right.
So
Enjoy. There's somebody
They'll-
else
so
is
if
going
they
to
get
take the
past the
spot.
valet, they get past the valet, then the hostess lets them know. And then they'll just go to the bar and say they ignore everybody. Then the manager will give them, just let you know, sir, about our dress code. And if that doesn't work, then they'll come get myself or Anthony, and then we'll do the little arm around the shoulder, and then we'll walk them to the front door.
Oh, you won't take him out of
But
it.
Tony-
Is a jacket required? It's
Tony-
not required.
No, not required.
No
Not
jackets
required, but
required.
recommended.
Okay,
But
recommend.
Tony Soprano, I
Yeah.
mean, he was a little bit harsh, but then he ended up going back to the table and told the captain over and said, "Send them a bottle of Montepulciano."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
So here's a funny story. That
yeah.
just happened.
yeah,
Oh, really?
And and it was a holiday and an Easter, and said, "Listen, it's early in the evening. We'll let them sit in the Cypress room away. And you know what? Next time you come back, we'll get you some drinks, whatever." And it's a very cordial thing. And almost, I've never had an issue in serving thousands of people a week, ever.
Right. yeah, and the people on the Facebook group are saying, "Well, what does it matter to you what somebody is wearing or not wearing, if they have a hat or not?" And it's just again, it's about an atmosphere, an ambiance
Yeah,
that you're
sure
trying
does.
to create. So
Different restaurants for different people. So if you want to come casual, come grab some tacos on the beach. And if you want to eat $250 dry aged porterhouses with live music and a high end atmosphere, then you need to dress up. That's basically
That's a
it.
beautiful
It also
thing.
not even shows respect to the to the restaurant.
I
But
see-
think about, it's funny, is the people that don't dress up is never the women. They
Right.
come all dressed up, looking so dresses,
Yeah.
beautiful, enjoying the atmosphere, and they're the ones that complain if they see somebody in a hat.
Yeah,
or,
My neighbor, she came in last night. They all looked dressed to the nines.
Oh,
and we
they
gotta
were
like
there.
that.
Yeah, very 8 women, and they said, "We know Michael Mayo," so they had this. They had them all
I bet
set
you get
up.
that a lot, though.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
in this case, it was actually accurate. She is.
It's
my
usually
neighbor.
like a heavy set guy from the track, so it was really nice to see.
So
it was nice to see.
If your wife gives you the usual, "Are you wearing that?"
Yeah.
Then you're not going to runway 84.
Yeah, exactly.
You probably need to
meanwhile,
redo
let's
it.
do
yeah.
cheers. We'll say salute.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's go.
Beautiful
some
stuff,
Beautiful.
Mark.
This
Unbelievable,
is
yeah.
salute, guys.
cucumber
Salute.
jalapeno is a lovely
Yeah,
drink.
that's
Isn't it nice?
What did you get
To
there,
the new
Lubie?
mayo.
It's
To the new mayo.
watermelon.
I miss you,
Watermelon.
man.
That's
Don't-
Mike,
don't-
you
you're
missed your friend over
You're
here.
going to jinx the good luck. Yeah, there you go. All
There
right.
you
I
go.
have the watermelon
Cheers.
margarita.
We'll never hit another race if we
One of
don't
my
do this.
favorite things.
Ah,
It's
that's
light,
it.
No, the wow,
fresh.
watermelon.
Speaking of races, Keeneland opening up tomorrow. We're going to
Ooh.
be at Gulfstream for our usual Fridays at 10 Palms, but Joey and crew from Cafe Seville
Oh, they're
are
heading up there?
heading up to Keeneland for a couple of days of fun and I don't want to say debauchery, but they're and Geach is going too. I saw CJ last night, and he is all stoked. They're trying to scope out some
Just
winners.
Chef Robbins, come around.
Robin's
Chef.
I was
Come
gonna
on.
say we
yeah,
can get
he's
you in
hovering.
there and have you chat.
over
I
here.
tell you what, let's take our second
And then
break,
we'll
and
bring
then we're
in
going to
Chef Robbins.
we'll have a little chat with Chef Robbins Martinez
Yeah, when we come back from break.
We'll be back with more on the Lunchbox at Tacocraft Lauderdale by the Sea after these words.
All right.
Here for Prezzo Italian Restaurants. 2 locations, Boca Raton at Park Place on Military Trail and Palm Beach Gardens in the PGA Commons on PGA Boulevard. Contemporary Italian cuisine with house-made pastas, wood-fired pizzas, salads, veal, chicken, and of course their famous focaccia bread with oven-roasted garlic bulbs. In Garlic We Trust is their slogan, and you can trust Prezzo for a great experience with gracious service and tremendous value. Open 7 days, featuring brunch, lunch, dinner, and happy hour. Great wine deals and full bar at both locations. For reservations and more information, go to eatprezzo.com. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go? Grandpa's Cafe in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets, they've got eggs Benedict, they've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach. Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the blackened grilled wings, and of course, the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you.
All right, we're back on the Lunchbox at Tacocraft Taqueria and Tequila Bar. We are at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard. This area is hopping.
The highest trafficked intersection in East Broward County.
Really?
That's it. They're here. More than Los Altos and A1A.
And it gives me great pleasure to welcome to the Lunchbox Chef Robbins Martinez, who's been your guy
Hey, how you doing, guys?
for a long time. Welcome to the Lunchbox. Thank you for this. Well, he said I got a surprise in store. I thought it was going to be a pizza from Pizza Craft or something, but
no,
man,
delicious. Thank you, Chef.
Oh, nobody stay, right?
Yeah. That is a beautiful piece of meat. Thank you for being able to get it, to perfection. Grill it here at, a kitchen that you don't usually are
equipped for.
Yes, a little hard for us, fine. I mean, when you have passion, you can do it whatever you want.
That's it.
When you have passion, you do whatever you want. I love that one.
Tell me the story about how you guys met, Robbins. What was your background?
My background is I going to the Cordon Bleu in 2003 or 2004.
Where were you born and raised?
I'm born in Cuba.
Cuba.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I come back to the United States in 2000, and going to the culinary school for 2 years. And after that, I started working in the Miami restaurants. I started working in the Four Seasons, China Grill.
China Grill, high-end stuff. Yeah.
Hilton. I tried to take experience for all these restaurants. And I meet my father and the hotel in Primos.
I'll tell him the true story. He was a customer of ours. So every night he'd leave one of his restaurants and he'd come sit at the bar at my father and I's first restaurant, Primos, down in Miami.
Oh, okay.
And Robbins was a customer coming in, hanging out, talking every night. And at that time, my father convinced Robbins, hey, all that corporate stuff, we need a chef. You're good. We'll show you Italian. Come join the team. And then
we'll just
it's happened for a couple of years. You know what I mean? It's a great experience. I'm very young.
So you
very young. He was 22, 23 years old.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then, so you started off with Mark when he started the
and
other
we started working
concepts.
together and
Rock
Primos
Burger.
in the kitchen.
That's right. So I watched the bar. He cooked, and my dad managed.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And I was a real estate broker, but the real estate downturn wiped out my dreams.
This was in
and
05,
fortune.
07, or
07.
Yeah.
07,
yeah.
08. So I was watching the bar. He was running the kitchen. My dad was running the floor. Every night we would plot and plan. And if you ever worked with your father, but it's not the easiest thing.
It's not easy.
not easy, man. So we actually said, Robbins, I said, we just kept talking. I said, listen, let's make American food, high-end American food. And we fell in love with burgers. There was kind
that
of
Rock Burger concept.
Yeah. So
great.
we with the Rock Burger started, Robbins and I at Primos on a pen and paper.
Okay.
And we were having a beer and talking. And
those mac and cheese skillets, I still dream of those.
Yeah,
They're
that's
good
it.
stuff. Yeah.
And I said, let's open up the restaurant in Broward. And then we went up to Himmershe's, where I used to go up because I grew up here.
Right.
And we saw a restaurant for sale. We knocked on the door and said, okay. And then we right next to Himmershe Bar and Grill was called Limoncello.
Okay.
Yeah, if you remember that.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I used to go to that whole block all the time.
And then, one of our customers down in Miami said, well, I don't know what you guys can do. I'm in. And he wrote a check, and we opened up in Broward County.
And the rest is history. And then you just
we opened 16 restaurants together, Robbins and I, since 2000.
And you're still speaking to each other. So
that's
that's
a couple
fights here and there, a couple
But also have the same thing, also have passion for this business. And that's the more important.
And now, so I didn't realize. So having Runway 84 in the portfolio now, it's kind of like going back to your roots with the way you guys started.
Yeah, I was
off
talking for that for a long time to have something in the portfolio like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, tell me, Chef Robbins. I mean, when you were working, China Grill, some of these big corporate is it even though this now is a growing kind of, it's still
family for all,
still has a family feel, and you're able to experiment, tinker, put new things on a menu, and just tell me about the freedom that you got in terms of coming up with new items.
I think I have freedom for doing whatever I want, and in this kitchen, this team trust me very very well, and whatever doing, I do it for the reason. It's not like I like this, I want to put in the menus. It's something for the customers, something for people to enjoy. It's no. I know that kind of chase. That's what I like, and that's what I want to put in the menu.
Right.
You're always brought out table side Dover soles, 2-pound Dover soles, deboned table side, lemon butter sauce, like beautiful fish.
Very
amazing
nice.
stuff.
One of Mayo's favorite things. Yeah.
No, but like you said, you're not thinking about high concept and pleasing some snooty foodie critic like me. You're thinking about sales. Like, okay, what's going to sell, but also be delicious and innovative.
Listen, there's nothing better to make the customer happy, right? When the customer's going to you and say the food's amazing and I don't have that for a long time. Remember me my past. That's what you do this. You do that for the customers. You do that for these little moments.
So what I find interesting, and Mark talked about it every summer. He says he tours the country to
we always
get
travel.
new tastes. So you guys are going together. What do you take from other areas? What are you trying to get when you go? Because I find that I never even thought about that before. And doing this show, I sort of learned restaurateurs and chefs are great about, like a lot of industries, competitors, they're like, no, you guys embrace working together, learning, growing. So what are some of the things you look for when you're going traveling to try and get new flavors to bring down here?
You mean when you're going to a different, like a Chicago, New York? I mean, these people sometimes is more high in Miami.
One step ahead,
Step ahead, and it's nice when you bring some ideas back to South Florida and you do a couple of different things with these ideas. You know what I mean? It's not like a copy. You bring the ideas to South Florida and try to put it together in the place.
Your own flair, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So like our biggest trip is next month. Every year, I think this is our 10th year in a row.
10 years in a row. Yeah.
This is our 10-year anniversary of going to the National Restaurant Show, NRA show, not the
Is
rifle.
that always in Chicago?
Every year in Chicago. So
Nice.
May 20th, 21st. So we'll go there 2 days before, 2 days after. We stay the whole thing. Not only enjoy the show, which we'll do deals on equipment and vendors and try new products. We'll also have our list of 2 dinners a night for 4 nights.
Right.
Very meat heavy, but
wait,
I
just
Mayo.
it's like
He didn't even
want to come, want to come.
That's 4 days of bang bang. We call that the bang bang. When you
double headers, triple
That's
headers.
crazy.
Triplet's crazy. Not as crazy as when we did the sandwich tour for Henry's, which we could talk about.
Okay.
That was the wildest trip of them all. We did like 4 cities and 36 sandwich shops in like 30 hours, 40 hours.
Now it
got to the point it was really bad.
I could imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any
Has he
purging
recovered
involved,
still?
but
Yeah, it was bad.
Just gotta.
And we were on a budget. We shared a hotel. Holiday Inn. It was
See, we all
bad.
together
Yeah.
over there.
That was bad. Oh yeah, that was bad.
That's a great experience. That tour actually is. You see a lot of different people and what the people can do it, and a lot of passions. You have a lot of restaurants and little one chef running. You do everything for yourself to the big corporations. I mean, you see everything when you do this kind of tour. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, Mark told me earlier this month. I was shocked that you have never been to New Orleans. Is that
I've
right?
never been to New Orleans.
Have you been to New Orleans?
Orleans?
Neither of you.
I'm going to give you a little pointer as a
Wow.
food guy.
Yeah.
And if you're a restaurateur that is
Yeah,
always
yeah.
looking to expand their horizons, chef, go to that city and just hang out for 4 days. And
All right,
just,
all right.
I'll give you a list, and you'll come back with some ideas. And
I love it. All
the
right.
diversity there, it used to be just all the kind of
Cajun.
Creole, Cajun, the heavy sauces. But that city has also grown up and evolved, and now you've got a lot more influences coming in from Africa, the Caribbean, Asia.
That's nice.
It's like a
even
culinary hub,
Mediterranean.
New Orleans.
It's
become.
chefs are attracted.
Emerald's town there.
Emerald started it. Well,
Yeah.
Paul
Yep.
Prudhomme,
Yeah, Paul
and
Prudhomme.
Emerald Lagasse were kind of the godfathers, along with the Brennan family, and of course you got the classic Galatoires. You got to check out one night at one of those classics. But then Israeli chef, I think Alon Shaya, he opened up a couple places there. So they're putting all these kind of spins, New Orleans, Louisiana spins on other cuisine. It's just a really exciting place. So I'm kind of
big fan,
proselytizing for
All
you
right.
guys
Well,
to
we
go
gotta
check
try
it
it out
out
one time.
because
Need to do it now.
I
All
know
right,
how
let's,
much you guys appreciate good food. And
So when you see line 17 on the P&L that says NOLA expense trip,
Just complaining you.
blame it
just
on me.
blaming it on me.
Yeah, right.
But it's all good. But yeah, I love the way you guys just are always constantly on the hunt, exploring new things, new concepts, new flavors, and the way that you spin, you know, people that are looking for their, I guess would say traditional, roadside taco stand.
Yeah, we have one or two like that, but
Yeah.
this is going to be definitely a hybrid.
Right.
Become chef-driven versions of the classics. If
And
that makes sense.
obviously it's working. Yes.
Yeah, it's working very
Well,
well.
working very well. Actually.
Coral Springs opens up in June. We're super excited. West Broward. It's going to be, I think, even my most spectacular design and build
This is
today.
going to be exciting because I can't wait to see.
Oh,
I
we
can't
have
wait.
so much-
I'm so pleased that we're taking the full Tacocraft tour.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I
Yeah, and the
can't-
build-out's going to be something nobody's seen before here
Really?
in West Broward.
Yeah, the building's cool.
Yeah, but the inside is a lot of exotic stuff, a lot of stuff from Indonesia, Thailand, Polynesian, custom chairs, and we have live living walls. I got some interesting stuff to have
Really?
there.
Nice.
Got some local artists
Living
from
walls.
living walls. Local artists from Wynwood doing a lot of murals. It's really going to feel that you're in Tulum, trees, palm
Nice.
trees.
And that I know you talked about your wife gets involved with a lot of the stuff. Like, who comes up with the design for a lot of these things?
Robbins does the food. I do the design. Robbins does the food, and my wife does the beverage program.
Beverage,
and she's
yeah.
also a sommelier, but she designs the cocktails. And I come up with some ideas. Chef takes them to the next level. We all work together, and same with the drinks. And
It all sounds fabulous. Again, the brand Tacocraft brand keeps growing and evolving, and kudos to you guys. We're gonna take one more break, then maybe I heard talk about a tequila shot or something.
yeah,
like
we're gonna
that.
try some different
Oh,
tequilas
good.
when
All
you're
right.
back. So
We'll do that.
we'll go to a break, and then
After our third and final. First, I got to put in the good word about our
That's
friends at Delaware Chicken and Seafood Market in Hollywood. It's been there since the 1950s. It is the home of value, freshness, and quality. If you're going to be throwing any kind of, let's say, Final Four watch parties or just having a home cookout, Masters is coming up. That's always good weather to just be chilling
Hang
and
out, yep.
grilling and watching some of the golf on TV. You want to go to Delaware. They have the freshest in not only their poultry, but of course they have steaks and pork and sausages, and the star of the show, their prime, premier, pristine seafood, along with, of course, the seasonal specialties, stone crab.
Yeah,
I can't believe we're
3
let
weeks
down
left.
to let
That's
just
right.
3 weeks
3
left
weeks.
in stone crab season. So you
Wow,
get
just
them
like
while
that,
you
huh?
still can
Well,
until another season is in the books. Again, 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood. Go there. It is a beautiful place. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. And we'll be back to wrap up this edition with shots. No,
All
we're
right,
sipping.
let's do
We're
it.
sipping.
All right.
Sipping. After these words on the Lunchbox.
all right.
Food from a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar. A great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. Hey, it's Mayo here for Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Since 1951, for over 70 years, the home of freshness. I've been a customer for over 3 decades, and it's the place to go for poultry, steaks, meats, and of course, their unbelievable selection of fish and seafood. They've got it all. Key West pink shrimp, grouper, snapper, lobster, and of course, Florida stone crab claws of all sizes. Don't forget their famous fish dip and a full selection of prepared foods. It's located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just across from the Seminole Classic Casino. Doug Carter and crew will take great care of you. Make sure to check out their weekly specials and daily catch online at DelawareChicken.com. Quality, value, freshness, that's the Delaware way. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food and a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox